Can you guys hear me? Please say you can hear me. Okay. I'll give people a few minutes to join this stream, and then I will XRP. Remember, post your exact pair that you want, and then I will check that out. Don't just write like Kadi, write Kadi BTC or something like that. And link I'm already going to do. Wi-Fi. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and get to it. So here are some market thoughts, guys. This is a very bullish chart. This is Bitcoin. I do not know if Bitcoin is going to go to all-time high levels or not. I mean, it already hit all-time high levels on a lot of exchanges, but what I mean by that is I don't know if Bitcoin is going to go to like 25K before it pulls back, or if it's going to pull back first. I don't know. Obvious level is the 20K mark. We already have wicked to that on several exchanges, and this is still very high time frame bullish. The monthly was absolutely insane. I mean, this is really all you needed to see. I mean, the monthly never closed above 14K. So I'm still really bullish on Bitcoin. I don't know if it's going to pull back. It would be nice if Bitcoin just basically kept doing this. Oopsies. Did this for a while. And ranged. That would be the dream, so to speak. But I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. I just don't know if it goes higher before going lower, or if it goes lower before higher. Sorry, that's not really a good answer, but for me personally, I'm just trading altcoins, and the two scenarios you guys should map out is if Bitcoin goes up to the 25Ks or whatever level it decides to stall out at, alt BTC values probably are going to fall significantly during that run up, and that's just going to probably be a short-term situation where altcoins with the BTC pairs probably get hurt. But other than that, if Bitcoin does pull back from here, then altcoins are going to do very well. Alt BTC values and alt USD values, in my opinion. Okay, so my plan, I guess, going forward is just to keep scaling in. If Bitcoin goes higher, then I'm going to buy more alt BTC pairs. If Bitcoin goes lower, then you're going to see all BTC pairs have V-shaped reversals and probably do very well. So the bottom line is I'm fine to buy them higher, altcoins that is, and I'm fine to buy them lower. That they're both going to be okay with me. But I'm taking a swing trade approach on this one. So, if you're scalping, then you're going to have a different strategy. And I plan on scalping them as well, but for swing trades, I'm going to just have longer term trades. ETH USD, I still am going to have the same outlook on this one. I think that ETH USD, it's hit like 100% over the last several winters, and I don't think that this one's going to be any different. And I'm not necessarily saying that it's going to go 100% just in December. You saw that in January. You saw that close to 2018, but in last year, in 2019, you saw ETH go 150% from the bottom, but the run finished in late February. So we could see something like that again for Ethereum, where you just see strong pumping from mid-December all the way to February, and if it goes 100% again, it's going to go past $1,000, up to this 1,200 mark. So, in my opinion, I think that ETH USD is a better buy than BTC USD at the current market numbers, just based on the upside. If you're not exposed to either, I would probably choose Ethereum, but of course I think it's important to have exposure to both assets, just my opinion. That's the bottom line. Link USD, I think that this is very bullish in general. I think that this is going to have a very strong run in the next few weeks. I was wondering if this price action from March of 2020 after the COVID dump was somewhat similar to this current price action that we're seeing right now, where we're seeing this like vertical accumulation where just higher lows, higher lows, higher lows all the way up. And we did see price reject from this first supply zone around $16. That's fairly expected, and that's still fine. I still wouldn't be surprised at all to see Link just continue to range in general. And it can keep this trend line, or it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't keep the trend line. That's still fine to me. As long as this $12 range holds, then I'm still bullish in general on Link. I think that this one has a really explosive move, though, going forward in the next probably few weeks. I would say mid to late December is probably a good bet for when this starts to run, but I can't say for certain. You're going to want to see tapping of the $16 area frequently, and then those orders are going to get eaten up. So XRP, again, I've done this chart a lot, but this looks really bullish to me still. I'll just wipe this chart. And you could argue this right here was just accumulation, tons of buy volume, but price just didn't really move, and that's usually a sign of accumulation. And then you saw this massive breakout here this past week, and usually XRP, I think this is probably going to look more like 2017 than previous pumps, personally. And that's just my opinion, because this volume breakout is really strong, and it's already looking like it's going to be a multi-week pump versus some of these other pumps before already kind of stalled out after the first week. So I'm thinking that XRP probably has some strong targets. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see this hit $1. I don't think that that's out of the question in the least. So, yep, I have an XRP bag myself, so I'm going to keep watching this one. INJ, I think injective whatever network or whatever protocol. This one looks pretty good. I did a fib for it, and I think this was a good buy around. I should have actually. I was considering buying this around here, the 618 fib, but I did not. Usually, in my experience, price will start to stall out right around these areas. So it's not a bad idea to go ahead and take profits if you're in this now. It's quite possible that price will grind up to this $1.70 area and then pull back. And it might even go lower too. But in general, this looks pretty good in the short term, but it's nearing some resistance levels, and I would probably assume that this is probably going to pull back somewhere soon. YFI, this is almost already breaking all-time high levels soon. There's some significant levels still here, and there's obvious resistance at the 31K and 35K, and then the big daddy 45K area. But I still am bullish on this in general. I should have bought more in the 25K area. I was thinking about it, but I didn't. One important thing that you guys really should understand for trading altcoins in the coming weeks is that even though something is high, it's still fine to buy it, even if it's really trending hard. Because the hard trending coins are the ones that are going to be the highest generally. To buy them when they're high. That's one thing that I really had a hard time adopting and adapting to, was just understanding that. Sorry, it looks like my stream cut out for a second there. But as I was saying before, it looks like this one's still really strong, and I just want to really urge you guys to just consider buying trending assets. It's okay if a coin is already really high. I bought YFI initially back, I remember, around the 16Ks, and then it had that huge run. So yeah, I think that this one still has legs. I would not be surprised at all to see this go, up higher, to test 43K eventually. And yeah, I'm so bullish on Wi-Fi. VidT, don't know what this coin is. There's no real TA that you can say anything about this right now. There's not enough price history. So, I mean, you can mark some levels, but this isn't going to be any. This is not going to be very valuable at all. Sorry about that. Okay, I will start looking at some other coin requests here. KAVA. Tether. ADA. NMR. Bitcoin. And AAVE. Make sure you guys post your exact pair requests too. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to. I'm just going to do in USDT. I'm willing to do any pair. You just have to tell me what exact pair. Don't just write VET. Tell me what pair you want. Okay, so KAVA USDT. This one looks really good. Well, good in the sense that I think that this one is going to move eventually big time. This had a huge run over the summer, and it's what kind of reminds me of Band. It's just going to basically keep ranging in general, and you're going to want to keep seeing EMAs starting to tighten up. So you want to see all the EMAs that you have, 25, 50, 100, all of them just tightening up all into one big cluster. and then you'll want to see them coiling up underneath price. And so when you start seeing them all start to coil beneath the price, see all your EMAs like this, and you do different colors or whatever. You see them all coiling up, then this is ready to move at that point. But at that point, this one still is going to be moving hard eventually, in my opinion. I don't really even know what KAVA does, but I think that this will move hard in the coming weeks. It's just going to take some time. Cardano, looks like I was trading this one. As you can see, I have lines everywhere here because I was probably trading this one. This one looks strong in the short term. It already broke this swing high back in the summer, and it's going to probably gun for these swing highs here around 19 cents. And yeah, I'm bullish on ADA. I think this is going to be decent. I remember I was thinking about trading this one because I was wondering if this was going to have a breakout on the short lower time frames. You can kind of see price knocking on the door of this area, and if it continues to go ahead and knock on the door of 17 cents, I feel pretty good about it targeting this near 20 cent area. So if I were to set up a trade like this, it would just be something like this probably. I would look down to lower time frames. I would probably use this swing, these lows here. But see, this is like barely a 1-to-1, or it's not even a 2-to-1. Sorry. So I don't know if I would take this, but if you're just swing trading this one, then you can probably just buy wherever. It doesn't really matter, because I think that in the next few months it's going to be pretty good. Because I say that because you can see a bullish market structure already happening on lower time frame, not just lower time frame, but higher time frame charts. You can see higher highs and you can start to see higher lows. So you can just buy this one on a dip. Buying it at like 15 cents would be pretty good in my opinion. Okay, what other coins? NMR, BTC. This one looks like shit. Many alt BTC pairs are going to be very bad right now. So yeah, this looks fine, but it doesn't look great on high time frames. You can kind of see like price just hitting equal highs and then dumping again. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see price just form like a big range between all these. And I'm sure that if you fib these out, then you can start to see some significant levels being played out here. But if you wanted to get accurate fibs, you can go down to lower time frames. But this one's neutral. I wouldn't buy it personally. Alt BTCs in general should do pretty well in the next few weeks, NMR included. But as for now, like looking on chart alone, it doesn't look super good yet. But yeah. AAVE. Okay, so I'm in AAVE. I think it's better to look at the Bitcoin chart if you want to actually look at it. I think it looks good because you see higher lows and now you're just going to see higher highs. I've just been slowly buying AAVE. This is kind of the strategy I've been using for altcoins in the last few weeks, is just scaling in. So I don't care if I buy AAVE, here at 33k sats. I don't care if I buy it here at 42k sats, even though it's like 10 or 15% or 20% or whatever. I'll just keep averaging in, because I believe that these areas up here are going to get tapped. So even if my average is kind of high, maybe it doesn't go this high, but I still think that with a swing trade, it's going to be no big deal. Okay, looking at the others. Yes, I believe that. Yeah, so I think that Alpha and INJ, I think these types of new coins like Alpha, INJ, Unify, AXS, all those types of different coins that are just coming out new hard. Those are the coins to look for if you're looking for a coin that can run really strongly. Because as we saw in the last altcoin pump in September, we saw coins like Sol and SRM and DOT hit price discovery very easily. Those are the new coins to really focus on. These old shitty coins like Stratus and Golem and ICX, those coins are the ones that are going to struggle, in my opinion. They'll still pump, they'll still move, don't get me wrong. They just won't move as hard, relatively speaking. So, yeah, I mean, I posted a few charts on AAVE. It wouldn't surprise me at all to see it go up to 56 case Satoshis. RSR, I think this one is going to be very bullish in the longer term. Personally, you still saw this hitting higher lows, and it wouldn't surprise me to see another tap of this 178 area. So it's definitely possible, but in my opinion, I think it depends on how alts kind of do in the next few weeks. But it wouldn't surprise me at all just to see a little ranging, and then you see this start to move hard. I'm bullish on RSR in the next coming weeks and months because this has a lot of hype around it. From a purely technical standpoint, it still looks pretty good. Waves. I thought Waves was going to go a little higher before pulling back, and it looks like it pulled back a little bit from this supply zone, but I think that there's this area up here around 8 that looks like it's going to go head towards, in my opinion. It wouldn't surprise me to see this eat through this first supply zone around 750 and then grind up to the $8 area and then pull back. I'm still bullish on Waves in general, but I still believe that there's going to be sellers up here. Okay, let me look at to see some other LTC coin. Easy. NWC. That coin is everywhere. H-bar. Okay, I am going to do these coins and then we'll see what everything else is looking like. Okay, Litecoin. I thought this area, the supply zone, was going to have more resistance, but price went even higher to this area, and this 3-day level is a very clear resistance area. There's going to be a lot of sellers in this zone, and that's where price went to. It disregarded this what I thought was a supply zone on $85, and it kept wicking up here. And when you see price wicking like this, it's usually pretty bullish in an uptrend because those sellers are getting eaten up. So what you want to see as a LTC buyer is you want to see higher lows being formed, and you want to see these orders just getting tapped over and over and over again. So I'm bullish on LTC USD. I think this is going to be pretty good. But again, majors like LTC and BCH and those types of coins are going to follow Bitcoin a lot. So if Bitcoin pulls back hard, then I believe that LTC will also pull back hard. So that's something to really keep in mind. It wouldn't surprise me at all, though, to see this pull back, as I said, if Bitcoin pulls back, just from a technical standpoint alone. I mean, this does look like it needs a little bit more of a pullback, but I'm not sure. I'm going to be bullish on this if I still see this price action with higher lows grinding up. I'm going to be obviously bearish short term if you see like these lows get taken out. But I think the more likely scenario is that this is still going to be a bullish market structure. Either you see this continue pushing up here, or you see this higher low formed and then you see price go up. That wouldn't surprise me at all either, to see a higher low formed at $75. Easy, this one's just ranging. It's not doing anything. You can look at the volume profile. It's just doing nothing. Yeah, it's just, don't expect any big moves either way. Just expect more sideways action. When this moves, it'll be strong in my opinion, but it could take a long time because it already had a big run back in October. NWC had a lot of buyers here, and this hit a double top, and yeah, this just looks neutral to me. You can look at this like steady volume, probably a lot of trading bots, but looks pretty neutral to me. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't sell it. I mean, it's just still very, very bullish, I guess, on high time frame charts, but it's neutral to me, in my opinion. H bar. This looks neutral to me. I don't see this moving either direction. You're just going to see this price keep this floor, and it looks like this is like the obvious high. There's just like a tightening range. It looks like there might be some life though, because you can start to see some big volume coming in. So it could be on the verge of a breakout, but I don't know. UTK, I have some friends in this one. I don't know why I marked that. I don't know what to say about this chart. It's neutral. It looks fine on all high time on all charts. You can fib it out, and fibbing gives you nice levels in general too. It's just consolidating at the 618 fib. It should move up eventually, but Anchor looks pretty good. Higher lows. It's basically filling in this inefficient move here. When you see price making an inefficient move, you'll see price want to usually fill it in. And what I mean by that is this is an inefficient move when you see huge moves in either direction, and this is also an inefficient move going on the way up. But you'll see that once price does something like this, you'll see price eventually grind up through it. And so it's usually a pretty high percentage trade to just enter on a long. But just know that you might get some fake outs like this situation here, where price doesn't necessarily make it all the way up. It just wicked down, it tapped this area and then went lower. But I still fully believe that price is going to keep grinding through and then go up. SXP looks very neutral. This is just neutral. I mean, it's funny that a lot of I don't know if this volume is right, but this is just ranging. It's prices trading right at the EQ, equilibrium of the range, and huge sell volume. So that might usually indicate a bottom, but I don't know if that's actually accurate. But if it is, it means that the end is near soon for SXP traders. Anyways, it looks like there's no more chart requests here, so I will just probably close out the stream. But thanks, guys, for joining, and please message me with any thoughts that you guys have.